What's up, everybody? Tyler Horvath here. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Tea. On this episode, I am going to show you 5 ways that you can get more web design clients. So if you run a web design business or you're thinking about starting a web design business and you don't know where to even start to get clients, I'm going to show you 5 really great sources where you can get great web design clients on and offline. So the first one, probably the least favored one, is cold calling. So simply calling businesses and asking them if they're interested in your services as a web designer. Now you can turn cold calling into warm calling by finding better leads to call than just calling random people in the phone book in an industry that you want to do web design for. So let's say that you are a web designer and you want to specialize in chiropractic. And by the way, if you didn't know, it's a good idea to specialize in a certain type of website because you're a lot more likely to get that sale if you specialize in their industry. And if you're just doing a ton of web design, there's a lot more competition, and it's going to be a lot harder to get the sale. So make sure that you are specific in an industry like chiropractics or physical therapy or dentists, stuff like that. Make sure you're really specific. And make sure that you have a portfolio already. So if you're just starting out, you can actually create a fake website. Buy a $10 domain name that has your industry that you want to do. So let's just go with chiropractors. So you want to do web design for chiropractors. Buy a fake domain name that has chiropractor in it, and either design your own website there or put a WordPress template on there and customize it to the fake business. And you can actually show this to customers and show them that you've already done the work, and they don't know that it's a fake website, and they can see your talent. So when you're cold calling and you want to turn it into warm calling, go and find chiropractors in your area that have a website that doesn't work on mobile, or there's buttons all over the place and the design doesn't look good, or it looks like it's from like 10 years ago. And you can actually start calling those companies and mentioning to them, I was on your website, I noticed that the mobile doesn't work, and it needs this SEO or whatever, and we are a web design company and we'd love to work with you and get this thing fixed. And you're going to have to call a lot of people, and you won't get as much leads as you think, but you will get a few leads. If you call 50 to 100 people, you'll get a few leads. And if you're selling your services for $2,000 to $5,000, it's totally worth the time it takes to call all those people and get a lot of no's just to get those few yeses that will be a couple grand. So the next one is pretty similar, cold emailing. So pretty much the same as cold calling, but you're just going to be emailing people. So just like the first one, you can look up websites in your industry that don't look good, that they need SEO, something's aired out or whatever, and find the owner or one of the management team's email, and you can email them and say, hey, I was on your website, I noticed that it didn't work on mobile, and then you can pitch your services. Now, cold emailing, just like cold calling, you'll have to do volume. So find a lot of email addresses, and you can send out mass emails, or you can kind of customize it more to each business, and that will actually increase your chances of getting the sale. Another good tip for cold emailing that I've done in the past is making like a free mock-up for a company. So look for a company that has a website that looks like crap, and either design a website in WordPress and put it up, or design one in Photoshop or Illustrator that kind of a free mock-up for them of what you could do to their website. And a lot of people will see that and go, oh my gosh, like you can give me a website that looks like this for only $2,000, $3,000, and it's a super easy sell when you do it like that. So just a good tip, when you are cold calling or cold emailing, you can actually create a mock-up for them for free. Take 30 minutes, create a nice mock-up that's simple, but kind of gives them an idea of what you can do. Now the next way is by networking. Now this is probably one of the best ways to do it, and the most fun, because you can get out, you can meet new people, and you can find a lot of people who need web design just by talking to people, because a lot of company owners they don't know that they need the web design or the SEO, So when you network, you can meet a lot of people and tell them, what you do, and they'll be like, oh, well, I actually needed a website, and it works like that really easy. Now, there's always networking events in every city. Just go to meetup.com and you can find a ton of networking events for web design or for, just general business networking, and make some cards, bring your cards, and, hand them out to as many people as possible and start, networking and finding clients that way. So the next thing that you can do is use online services like Udemy or freelancer.com. I think there's also like ugurus.com. There's a few websites where you can actually sign up as a service person, and you can find people who are looking for certain web design projects. So the important thing with these types of services is just getting started. So when you first start out, no one's going to want to hire you because you don't have any ratings. They don't know, your services or how good you are. So make sure that you have a portfolio that you can put on there. And when you first start out, you're going to need to just do as many projects as you can for as cheap as you can. Just try and get the projects. And this way, you can get good ratings and reviews, which in turn will make it a lot easier to get projects in the future. I have done over, I believe, 150 projects on Udemy, and I have a 96% rating, pretty much all 5 stars, and I get invites all the time to do people's projects, and I don't even have to fill out proposals anymore. People just send me invites all the time. I probably get 5 to 10 a day, just because my rating is so good on Udemy. So these are great ways to start out and find great clients online, and then you can start working with them more and more in the future. And that moves to the next one, which is referrals. Now, referrals are people who, refer you to someone else. So if you do a great job for somebody and, they tell their friend like, oh yeah, I just got my website made by, Tyler, and it's really awesome. You should check them out if you want to, get your website redone. And I get a lot of business for my web design company by referrals. Just people either working with one of my clients and my client telling them about me because they loved the service so much, or I also put a link back to my website and all the websites that I do in the footer, and that's another way to get referrals to your web design company. So the more projects and the more websites you can do, the more links to your your website company that you can put in the footer, and the more and more referrals that you can get coming in. So these are 5 simple ways to get web design clients online and offline. If you've started a web design company and you're looking to get more leads, I hope this helps you. Just know that it's going to be work, and it starts out very slow, and after a while, you'll start seeing more and more clients coming in from referrals and networking and all that stuff. So if you want to have leads coming in from a bunch of different sources, try all of these. Comment below if they helped you. I would love to hear about it. You can also comment below if you have any questions about any of these ways to get leads online. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm always posting great content on how to start and grow businesses online. So thanks, and have a great day.